Hey guys, my name is Andrew Oldar and we're here at Chaney Ranch in Warner Springs, California, and we just got done conducting our first ride on the 2019 KTM 250 SXF. So the changes made to the engine on the 250 SXF include a new exhaust camshaft with different timing, a new diaphragm steel clutch, a new header pipe with a different resonator, a redesigned muffler, a Pankel transmission, a new Kean 44mm throttle body, revised ECU maps, a new lithium-ion starter battery, a reworked airbox, and revised traction and launch control settings. Suspension changes include new damping settings in the WP AER 48 air fork, while the WP shock features an updated main piston and new settings to match with the reworked fork setup. Chassis changes include a new black frame that has increased stiffness, newly designed frame guards, a stiffer upper triple clamp, a swing arm that has a longer slot for the rear axle that allows the adjustment of the rear wheel to a position of up to 5mm farther back than on previous models, a 40mm longer subframe, redesigned radiators that are mounted 12mm lower than last year's bike, a new fuel tank, new bodywork, a newly shaped seat, new spoke nipples, a reworked bar pad cover, and new graphics. So as far as the engine goes today, it felt great. It's got very good low end and mid-range power, and the top end and over rev on this bike, like last year, are incredible. It's really easy to ride aggressively, doesn't require a whole lot of shifting. You can really carry a gear for a long time, and I feel these are excellent qualities to have in a 250 4-stroke. So with the meat of the power coming on the top end and the over rev, I still have to clutch the bike fair amount in some of the tighter corners, but that's to be expected. It's a 250 4-stroke. As I mentioned before, it makes excellent top end and over rev, so you can't have everything, especially in a 250F engine. But overall, the low end and mid range are still very good, and the engine overall, I'm extremely impressed with. The suspension overall was good today. The track's a little bit different than what we're used to riding. It was a little dry in some areas. There weren't a whole lot of ruts. So yeah, in braking bumps, both the front and rear felt good, felt plush, and also on slap-down landings, it held up really good as well, didn't bottom out or anything. So overall, suspension I'm very happy with after our first day of riding. So as far as the chassis, I was super impressed. The bike corners really well, it has good straight line stability, and yeah, overall I couldn't really find anything I disliked with the chassis. Once again, it's the first day, but overall, very pleased. With the combination of the stiffer frame and the stiffer upper triple clamp, I did notice that the bike seems to corner better and it reacts better to rider input, which I really appreciated. Last year's bike was still great, but I noticed the chassis tend to flex a little bit more in certain areas, whereas this bike, with the increased rigidity, it feels, as I mentioned before, a little more reactive to the input I give it, and overall I think it's excellent.